side by side, doing the play-by-play with Dave, because it's just great. And here comes from pure stocks tonight in the 56S. That's Dominic Stafford out of Village Falls, Massachusetts. Sorry, he's right there on the border from me. And he's a former young gun. He'll start on the pole in the San Excavating 56. To his outside is the 28 that we just talked about of Zachary Phillips out of West Swansea. That's the Phillips Design 28 car.
Next on the grid is Ron Burgess Jr., second generation driver here from Phillipston, Massachusetts in the 4X. Next to him will be Zach Zielinski, winner last week, the rookie out of Gilman. They can move up now to young gun this year. Zielinski driving the 7C, the Neil Zielinski electrician machine. Next on the grid will be James Zeldin. He led points early in the year, but he's had a rough mid-season out of Greenville, Massachusetts, in the Adam and Eve Mulberry electric machine.
Next to him, the track champion, multi-time in the 16, giving up for Chris Davis in the 16. Coming off a major victory in his pure stock division, that 24. He's a former young gun. The victory last week at the Hudson International. We call him Fast Eddie Petroskevich.
Pretty close from Rutland, Massachusetts. Fast Eddie started off at Young Guns here, moved up, disappeared for a while and came back mid-season this year. Next on the grid, he's been pretty dominant, surprisingly enough, for a rookie, William Graham out of Keene, New Hampshire in the 08. Next on the grid behind him is the guy we've been talking about, J.D. Stockwell in Gretchen, Turners Falls, Massachusetts. J.D. driving the Doug's Auto Body Pioneer Valley tar machine.
And his sponsor, Doug Smith, is in the house. We send kudos out to him. In the 57 is Tegan Edson. Tegan, a former young gun, coming up to play the next leg in her racing career.
Behind her, I believe Mike Douglas is the 98 former champion in the division. He's had his motor problems this year. He's got a new paint job. He's moving out of the field. And our newcomer, Jim Rhodes, out of Springfield, New Hampshire. Not Mass, or not Vermont, but Springfield, New Hampshire in the 38. And he's giving it a try here tonight, bringing up the rear in this field. Don't forget the 88.
Jake Bossy,
which they left off the lineup here. We'll have to go beat them about the head and shoulders to make sure that's up. But Jake Bossy has been around since early in the year. Right now, they're going to start going around. We're about ready to start a 25-lap main event of the pure stock division. Dom Stafford, Zach Phillips bring him into the restart zone. Looking over at Chris Hopkins. Drop that green. Here they go. Who's going to be on the gas first? Dominic gets on it hard. So is Zachary. Charging down into turn one. Dom down low. Zach on five. Zach runs on the inside on the outside. Zielinski coming down to the line. It's going to be Stafford and Phillips.
Of Chris Davis in the 16, the rookie in the final spot. Let's call it right now. Zach Zielinski looking to get around Robert. Dan coming out of two. Jimmy Nelson opens the door and then closes it. Coming in for him fourth.
Rising it up off the corner. They got it up lined up for light two. Snellman moves in the third. Tom Stratford still on top. Black Mountain chasing him. stop.
Did it last week too.
That backstretch, the entire infield is really, really wet. And so anybody who slides off the track is going to catch a wheel and roll it. If not, they're going to slide down into the mud puddle in the middle of the infield. Quickly down there from Speedway Safety Services to check on Tegan. If she's okay, she's going to have plenty to tell her friends about when she gets out of here tonight. And now to tomorrow. Everybody's down there. She's probably in better shape than the car. She's okay. That's the signal from down there.
But she got that
Unbuckled and hang off the belt.
one of the worst places you can ever be in a race car, for sure.
Hanging on the belts.
That's why the safety equipment is so important in these cars. Tegan's a young gun, great competitor. They're working to safely get her out of there, but that's why I watched her glove up, Hans device up, and get that car ready to be safely driven, but waiting to get Speedway Safety and get the crew out of there. These guys and gals from Speedway Safety were up in New Hampshire Motor Speedway last week. They put together, I've had the pleasure doing EMS work with these folks. They are some of the best in the business, so she's getting great attention. They support a lot of local tracks throughout New England. The Giard family out of the Golden Cross ambulance station up in Claremont, New Hampshire. Do such a great job doing what they need to do to keep these drivers safe and be closely attentive to their needs. They may actually
Roll her back
onto her wheels.
I've seen it happen. I've also seen guys who've been rolled over and get right back on it and go. In fact, that had nothing to do with this racetrack, but I was watching a USAC sprint car race somewhere out in the Midwest. The guy went into turn one, did it 1.5, came back on his wheels and kept on going. Never shut that baby off and still was running second, rolled it, and kept on running second, going on by. So it can happen.
The late, great Jim Boniface, we saw him compete here for years, said to me one of his scariest times in a race car was at the Thompson Motorsports Park. Went up onto the wall, rolled the car under the roof. The belt would not release. A track worker, he was afraid because he could smell fuel and oil. And he says the track worker, smoking a cigarette at that time, because that's how long ago it was, reaches in, hits the belt, he drops onto his helmet, and he was more worried about burning up in the car with the track worker making the attention to help him out.
Well, we've been saying for a long time, word from trackside is Tegan's fine. They're going to, as we were saying, they're going to do a controlled roll and get her back on her wheels. And she's just going to, you know, they have a circus training organization in Brattleboro. And it might be that Tegan wants to take that up because she's pretty used to being upside down. So we've been saying an awful lot about the official ice of Monadnock Speedway, Kona Ice. A delivery just arrived here in the tower, and there are, it looks like, a half a dozen or so blueberry ices here. That's what they are. Well accepted. Why don't you guys go over and take time and check it out? We're going to get her rolled onto her wheels in a minute. They've hooked one of the guys on, and there'll be some pushing going on. I hope she finishes the top three. I want to hear what she thinks about this. Here we go. Here we go. Controlled roll, okay?
School together. Randy, with you guys? What's that? Was Randy Wheelfight? I flip over. No, I've known Randy for legendary fire years back when he used to work at Central Oil Fires. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, he was older. Yeah, right. It went that way. Not by a whole lot.
Yeah, we want to thank track manager Michelle Cludier for the Kona Ice. It's warm for us. You folks should definitely get out and take a sample. Stay cool.
Your car actually probably would have stayed. She just finished the race rolling.
I didn't even see that guy before. I was watching up here, and everybody went, ooh, I looked in the car. Still going, I was still wiggling, but it was, I was like, I wasn't too solid. Did you see it? I was watching here, and I was watching it. So she said it. I wonder if you did.
Great job on the Speedway safety and the A+ towing folks. Tegan's out of the car. She'll get a ride in the ambulance down to the fence, more for precautionary measures than anything. But as that ambulance comes by, guys, let's let her hear that you were thinking of her concern in that car, please. Maybe if they actually get it back on its wheels, we let the oil settle down. It might smoke a minute, but it might be able to be fired back up and get rolling.
The good thing was the refrigerator, you have to wait 24 hours before you can. I had one once that I got secondhand. It worked for a week. After we let it sit for 24 hours, I went out in the garage where we're keeping one in the beer fridge, you know. And the garage was full of smoke. And the seller had given us a 30-day guarantee, so I called.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't hurt the beer, so we're okay. Hey, this might be a good time for a beer too. Be sure you check out the Outlaw. They've got.
Let her know that Tegan says that you're supportive of her. Thank goodness for everybody here. Thank you very much, Golden Cross Speedway Safety. Tegan, we wish you the best. See you nice soon. You know. Staff stenographer over here makes a good point. Maybe Tegan was just looking for a little AC. Not a cool suit in that car.
Whether they're runnable or not. Meanwhile, everybody else is schooling the hills back there. The running order had been the 01 just trying to take the lead ahead of 28 of Zach Phillips and Eddie P. Fast Eddie there. Dom got moving sideways, coming off 2 and had a little contact. And now he's waiting here to catch up to the back of the field.
So we're up here. He got right in that car. The other kid said he got enough. So he got right in. They went around. They got down there right on that corner. He smashed right in the wall. He never got with that. I'm just. But they took him out and he told us, he said, I just sniff it. I was like, I could, I was not. He said, oh, that's not John. So I looked over the other kid, they called him back. I said, Maynard real. You can imagine. Oh, did you?
Well, as soon as we get 57 hoisted on the flatbed, we should be able to get back into action. Coming up as soon as this event has completed, we will move on to late model sportsman, and then Nemo will be here for their 30-lap Iron Bike Memorial event. followed by 30 laps of Nestor Modified, capping it off
we had
with
one
street
there
stocks.
that the whole track had to go.
We'll take 2 weeks off and come back on the 6th
This year,
of August,
it was about.
at which point we'll be running our Nestor Mods, street stocks, late model sports with mini stocks, pure stocks, and young guns. It'll be a real basic Saturday night event here,
And they just pushed it. These
and
guys
hopefully just a tad cooler. This is, I think, week 2 of summer.
No, this is in the end.
We'll start moving into our fall weather within a week or 2.
You get bored and you get past the truck show and you want to do something exciting and you've got the race bug still, you can join us at the Lee USA Speedway in the New Hampshire Center's meet next Saturday. Next Saturday we'll bring the Pro Stocks Late Model Sportsman Race for the Ring, Street Stocks, Ridge Runners, 6-shooters, Pure Stocks, and it'll be a fun time. We just came from there, from the Whitcomb 5, race number 3. Sammy Rail took that win down, enjoyed every minute of it, and I actually switched roles. I talked about this on the show this morning, the Checkered Flag Report that we do from Bear Country 95.3. We'd love to have you listen. I switched roles, got out of the announce booth, and was saddled with a pace car. If you have never experienced that, you should experience it. Well, you and Jackie had it covered, so I didn't need to hang out with you guys. But harnessed the pace car from the Fairfield Auto Group, and I kept looking in the rearview mirror. And when you look back on a modified and you don't see the chrome horn or the hood, you know that he's pretty close.
It was pretty close, and they were picking on you a little bit. But I'll tell you something, they throw a lot of rubber off, because we drove that vehicle back over to Keene, and it was like driving on a washboard road. All those trucks of rubber flew off. Nice machine. Well, here comes machine. Looks like the right side suspension is in disarray, or oh, maybe not. The wheels just turned. We'll find out. Top of the car's good. I don't think we'll see her
I
back
gotta say,
out.
no taking her folks. They'll get that back on the run. We're going back under caution. We'll reset the alignment and get back to feature time. One point out, Mike Douglas in the 98. A new ride this week in the 98. It's beautiful. You watch that as it comes through the light. The paint is just immaculate on that. Mike struggled with a car this year when he first started. And basically made it go away. he didn't want anything more to do with it, and he's got a new ride. J.D. Stockwell in the old riding Gretchen is sitting back there looking to get up closer to Chris Davis in that point lead. So to look to charge to the front. He needs to stay ahead with only 4-point lead. It won't take much of a not so good night in order to take that up at the points for sure.
I hope they get this one over with quick before our Kona ice melts. We all now have blue tongues and blue lips. You'll know who worked in the tower when you see us there after the race is over. Jimmy Zellman will start out on the pole of this one with Zach Phillips on the outside, Eddie P on the inside of row 2, then last time's winner 2 weeks ago, Zach Lynch, defensive champ Chris Davis, and Ron Burgess Jr. Coming up now.
Great job by Zach Phillips. He's going to hold this outside line. He's up against a little bit of a crafty veteran, but 2 rookies on the outside. I don't know. These 2 young gentlemen are some stars that you're going to see compete here for a lot of years.
Jimmy Zellman bringing them down the backstretch. Graham is back out, but after the back of the field, Juan Dom, who's our early leader. Here they come. Looking for the green. They're in the zone. Here's the green. Zellman gets the jump. Phillips tries to go with him. Up the inside, Eddie P. Phillips gets a little bit of a jump. He gets down inside for a second. Hold on to it. He goes up high. He had a podium last time out. I jumped in to get the spin. And then Zellman on top.
Zellman stretches it out, coming out of the Chris Davis
That car they've blown engines, they've had things fall apart on the car. It's just been awful. And now he gets to carry that checkered flag around with him. Eddie P, second podium finish in a row. Same for Chris Davis. Davis extends his point lead a bit now because of the misfortune for J.D. Stockwell. Not only was he not able to finish he couldn't finish the race. He's way down now. All likelihood out. But he's working his way down trackside to get to the check release. By the way, there are no stairs when the stairs are down.